All right, so we're here with Jay Thomson, working for the Sam Davies team, and we're gonna take the opportunity to ask you about some questions about the boat.
Okay, excellent.
So, how is it? You've been working with Sam for a long time, or?
Yeah, I've been working with Sam for the last 3 years. So since the build of this project.
Okay.
So we had the boat built in Hungary, and then the hull arrived to our shipyard in Lorient, and then that's where we fitted out everything with the team. And so at that point, I started on the team.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So you've really been following the journey from the very beginning with this boat.
Completely, yeah, from day one. Yeah,
and
from a lot of the conception until well, right now.
Yeah.
So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we see in this village, we see some of the boats have foils and some of them doesn't have foils, and they're all going to compete against each other.
Yeah.
So can you tell us something about do we have any rating systems or anything that?
Yeah, so there's no rating systems in the IMOCA class.
Yep.
So everyone has the same start, and the first boat to arrive is the boat that wins. And but there is different races within races. So there are quite a few boats. I'm not sure how many. I think there's like 14 or something like this. Are daggerboard boats, and they have their own race kind of within the race. So it's always fun to follow them and find out, who's going to do best within that class. But, yeah. But they do all race at the same under the same class.
That's really cool. Yeah. And we can also see what about the mast? They look very, very similar actually on all the boats. You have the mast looks similar, and then you have these, what do you call them, the deck spreaders.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So is
Outriggers,
that something?
deck spreaders, yeah.
Is that something that all boats has to have the same, or?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, it's been now I think since 2008. I think 2012. No, 16. Anyways, I think it's some 2016
right. Yeah.
that they started to do the monotype mast. So there's a one design mast.
Okay.
So basically, any of the boats that are from like 2008 or 2012, then they can have another mast. But after that, then you have to all have the standardized mast. And so that's just to help control some of the problems that we're having with the masting. And if everyone has the same material, then you can make it a little bit stronger. You don't have to have each team designing their own mast, which of course you're going to try to make it as light as possible and then have issues. So
okay, so partly is to save some money for the teams,
yeah.
Partly is also to make a stiffer mast that can take more loads without breaking, and then it's same for everyone. Nobody has. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Is it something the same with the keels and the rudders as well, or how does it
so
work?
there's a couple standardized items. There's also the keel. Yep. So basically the keel fin is a standardized item because it is built out of one whole block of metal, and they use a CNC machine, and it's a really cool process, but it's made out of one block, so it is very expensive to make, but it's the best way to make it.
Yep.
So those are all one design, but the bulb actually can be a prototype. So depending on the stability of the boats, each team can play with the weight of their bulb, how they like, and also the shape as well.
Okay, so you can play actually with the righting moment from the bulb itself, but the fin has to be the same for everyone.
Fin is all the same.
All right.
Yeah,
okay,
and
cool.
it's the same reason for the mast as well. It's to create fiability. I don't know, is that a word in English?
Feasibility or
Fiability.
Fiability. Okay.
Reliability.
Reliability.
It's to create reliability within the class. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, cool. Is there anything more that has to be the same, or?
No, there's just a few obviously rules. There's some stability rules that have to be respected. Also, kind of the width, the size. But in terms of one design, you have also the same rigging. So all the shrouds, the standing rigging is standardized as well. Same with the J2, which is a structural stay. So the J2 is the only one that is attached to the boat at all times, and we can't take it off.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how much did you prepare? Do you sail a lot, or what is the ratio between preparation in sailing and preparation in just being on the hard?
Yeah, I think, it changes every year depending on what the objectives are. So this year, because we've had 2 years before that to do a lot of work on the boat, then this year was really saved for just sailing. So we got to sail quite a bit. This year we only spent out of like technical working days, I would say about 25%, and the rest were sailing days. So we were kind of sailing quite a bit, when on other years it's maybe 50-50 or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got a lot of sailing in. We did a lot of training. We did we did 2 days in Port Luff of with some of the other boats to train and do the last testing, where everyone kind of shares information. It's a really interesting interesting dynamic. But yeah.
So whatever time of the day, if you wake Sam up saying true wind angle and true wind speed, she will tell what exactly.
What speed?
No, can she tell you the boat speed, the sail configuration?
Completely.
Everything.
Yeah, completely.
Okay, just based on that, and then the sea state, maybe.
Yeah, completely. Okay. And it's now, you know, she's really starting to get to know her boat quite a bit, because the boat has done 6 transats in the last 3 years, so that would be the equivalent of going around the world. So she's already sailed around the world essentially on the boat in terms of mileage. And you can tell when you're on board with her that she doesn't have to look too much when she's trimming the sails, that she knows exactly what to do. A little there, and the boat is.
She takes the right
course. Yeah, exactly.
I would
so
expect,
she's quite good at that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's one thing that's I think most interesting. It's been for me to sail with Sam, because she isn't as strong as a lot of the other of skippers, and so she has to outsmart everybody. So she takes a lot of effort into weather routing, and also what sails to choose, and her strategy is really strong. So it's really interesting to watch aboard as well, how she looks at things through a different glass ball, basically.
Yeah, because that's one of the things we're curious also about, because when you look at the skippers, some of them are a bit more tough, and some of them are tiny little girls.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
When you imagine how to get the sail out of the bow, how do you do?
Yeah, it's definitely a work smarter, not harder kind of philosophy. So depending on the moment, really, we'll try to have the sails on deck. Basically, she'll mainly have the sails on deck. There will be a few exceptions to that we do put it inside the sail locker, but there you would attach a purchase system to a halyard, and that way you can pull it easily out of.
All right.
And there's also a system of a sliding system on the inside, so that helps her kind of maneuver the sails. But for surely with Sam, the sail maneuvers are taking a lot longer than everyone else.
Okay.
So, but in that way is she really chooses the right moment to do that, and she's really good at that. She's been doing it for many years, and it's really her strong point, I would say.
So her focus is to have the right sails and not change or put up anything by mistake. So,
yeah, exactly. No wasted maneuvers, everything within the strategy and weather systems, for sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cool, thank you. It was nice to see you.
Yeah.